Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. Just getting ready right now, smudging and all that. Just getting ready right now to do your February general readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to do that. For those that are not new, welcome back. Your support of this channel has been amazing. Really, to be honest, it's been overwhelmingly amazing. So in spirit of that, I am going to start doing personal readings for those that have been with me. And please timestamp when I start this reading. I'll probably start it at about 3 or 4 minutes, but maybe even less. I'm getting this intro down fast. Yeah, I got a lot of support of the channel, have had a lot of requests for personal readings, which I've ignored. So I apologize to you if I ignored you, but I am going to start doing personal readings now, but I am going to charge. Because like I said, for those that have been with me from the beginning, I started this channel and I didn't charge to do my readings. And then got overwhelmed with the amount of people reaching out and then just fucked off and didn't do it no more. So I'm going to do it in a more controlled, structured way. I am going to charge, but it's super affordable. Or at least I think so. And for every 5th reading that I do and charge for, I will do a free personal reading. So definitely hashtag need a reading when you're engaging in the comments, and because that's where I'm going to go to pick it. And I'll literally reply back letting you know you won and to email me directly, and then I'll give you your reading. And my readings are live. So you can smoke with me or not smoke with me, it don't matter, but yeah. So, yeah, if you want to reach out to me for a personal reading, email me at queencuptarot@gmail.com. That will be all in the description. But if not to worry. I still ask that you positively engage the channel. You know, there's a lot of light workers on here, so I appreciate you guys. The love and light you send back to me does not go unnoticed. I thank you. And Spirit, we of course thank you for your divine love and guidance, all the support, all the battles you fight on our behalf. Thank you. Right now, I ask you to help me tap into the energy surrounding Leo for the month of February going into March. Any messages surrounding, you know, their personal ascension, development, you know, their career, the relationships, and the ascension of those relationships closest to them. Let's please shed some light there today. Thank you, Spirit. We're absolutely nothing without you. All right, Leos, I think I'm good to go. That was faster. So yeah, I think you guys can timestamp. The reading starts at like 2:30. All right, Leos, let's see what's going on with you guys. Wow. Victory. That's a fantastic overall energy to have. Shit. Divine truth, maybe, Leo? Some of you have been struck with the sword of truth and have received an epiphany about something or someone, or maybe about even just yourself. And now you feel victorious in knowing. Some of my Leos are feeling very victorious in what they are going into February knowing about themselves or someone else or something, of course. I'm going to do a 9-card spread as usual. Wow. And I'll show you guys your spread. You've got a lot of swords energy. So a lot of communication. And you've got 4 major arcana show up in your reading, and with an ace. So there is a new beginning for Leos, and I think it's surrounding what you believe to be the truth about yourself, about your life. I do have the Tower here, so this could very well be the truth surrounding a situation or something that happened that rocked your world. That caused drama, that affected your abundance, and now you are gaining knowledge about it, about your circumstance, about so much, and you're reaping rewards going into March because of it. Some of you had to swallow a very painful truth about a person, place, or thing, and you're accepting it and feeling very challenged by it, but also it's almost like once you know the truth, you can't go back. A lot of my Leos know they can't go back from what it is that they know now. And maybe that might have been the reason why some of my Leos might have been avoiding this truth, because they knew they wouldn't be able to go back if they knew the truth about something. You know, meaning you can't go back to a relationship if you see the truth about somebody. You'll never be able to love that person the same if you accept a truth about them. Or you can never move the same or partake in the same behavior or whatever if you accept the truth about yourself. So like a big change happens from the absorption of the truth, God-given truth. All right, so I'm going to show you guys your spread. Oh, and for those that are new, I do smoke pot. It's not the nature of the channel, okay? So feel free to smoke with me. If not, don't worry. I've got a spread out here for you. I'm going to give you a reading, okay? All right, guys, let's get her into her. All right, so topping off your reading, you have the Knight of Swords, drama. You have the Tower, and you have the Empress. So you have, you know, your current energies, near, past, current, or future energies could be, you know, some drama, some enlightenment, that the drama that either caused drama or drama caused some enlightenment, and about abundance, about something that made you feel abundant, something surrounding your household, something surrounding your children. So there's this sense of, with all these swords, there's sense of, because swords govern communication and thought. And then with the Tower here, the Angel of Enlightenment, it's like a lot of my Leos can't go back now knowing what they know. It's like things have to change now because like this truth has come out and there's no way to pretend that this hasn't been exposed, or there's no way to pretend that what I know now is what I know now. Then going into mid-February, you've got the Page of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So that could be looking like some gossip, challenges, and independence. There's words on these cards, guys, and they're just one word. There's many ways to, you know, define these cards. But then going into March is where it really gets beautiful. You get the Sun, Angel of Happiness, the Wheel of Fortune, Angel of Destiny, and then the Seven of Swords, Angel of Theft. Or no, sorry, not Angel of Theft. Seven of Swords, Theft. Okay, there's no angels for theft. All right, those are demons. That's a different video. All right, guys, let's get into your reading. So yes, yeah, I got the smudging happening here. Got you all set up nice. So yeah, like I said, some of my Leos can't go back from what they know. Some of you might have had some drama in your household that got out, meaning like it became public, or maybe, you know, some of the people within your household, whether it's whoever it is, started talking to other people about it, and now you're finding out, like, word on the street is coming back to you about some, maybe like if you guys are experiencing or experience like a serious situation, there's the Tower, so use your imagination, okay? And you thought it was private, like you thought it was just in the house. It's not just in the house. People are talking about it. People know what's going on. And I see a lot of my Leos not being really happy about that. So if somebody comes to you saying, hey, is everything okay? I heard this, this, and this. I see a lot of my Leos being very pissed about that. What? You heard what now? Sorry? No, everything's fine. And then you're on the phone going, what the fuck? So I see some people, however your home looks like, there is something that happened, you know, maybe an argument or a change, or maybe, you know, you decided to get a divorce and thought it was still private, and now people are talking about said divorce, and you're like, what the fuck, how did it get on the word, how did it get out? And then maybe you know that people are talking about it, and you have to stand your ground against what people think. So there is all this drama surrounding, you know, this moment in time. This moment could very well be between surrounding something really big that was found out. Whether it was you that found it out or somebody else found it out about you, this moment, I don't feel it's so much of an action as it is like a truth, like a aha, or like a big secret that comes out, but that needed to come out. Now, even though this is information and enlightenment that needed to be illuminated, it doesn't stop people from chatting about it, doesn't stop people from trying to get involved. So if you are going through struggles in your home, it's important that you do maybe keep it within your home and only go to trusted people, because the people that you might be going to about your problems are leading you astray. So they're talking to you, they might be giving you some advice, but then they leave your face and then go behind people's back and totally dog you. So it's really important that if you are going through some things, Leo, some tough things, or something happened that you really don't need unsolicited advice about, if you don't need unsolicited advice, keep your mouth shut about your business. And I think that if you're feeling that way, Leo is right on the money, because the people around you are not speaking well. So I think you're getting that energy, the negative energy about people speaking about you. It's very foolish to think that people do not feel you shit talking them. People do not feel you thinking about them. People feel you. It's insulting to think people do not know. They have to be there in your face to know you're talking shit about them. No. Keep that same energy, fool. And that's what I see here with the Page of Swords and this gossip. It's almost like Leo's like, yo, come out of my face. Come out of my face. I see a lot of Leos taking a different type of stance. In February, I see a lot of Leos not liking people up in their business. I see a lot of Leos saying, when you were going through your shit, I wasn't talking like this about you. I see Leo saying this. When you were going through your shit, I was supportive and kind and generous to you. And now when I'm going through my shit, you're being a little snake and you're not really supporting what I have going on. Like I'm clearly going through some shit. I have drama going on in my life, and you're just talking shit about me. You come, you chill with me, you pretend like you're there for me when really you're dogging me out. And then I think that comes to light. I think if there's somebody in your life who's gossiping about you that you don't know about, that gets illuminated. Like light shines on that person, and then you realize that there was some, bad behavior, like this person was negatively speaking about you. They were talking about losses they're talking about things that aren't going good in your life. I see people talking about some of the hard things and this could have been in the past, like the things that people are talking about might not be things that happen currently, but I am seeing that as with the first row as near past, present, and near future energies. But time is fluid, so this tower moment could have happened a long time ago, but something might have brought it up recently to get people talking about it. You know what I mean? So it's like I see Leos feeling like they have to stand their ground and cut out some shit with the Queen of Swords here, or maybe be independent from the bullshit. So it's like, I'm going to stand my ground. I know the truth that happened in the situation. If the other people in the situation want to lie about it, exaggerate, continue stirring up drama surrounding it, I'm going to cut that shit the fuck off. Okay? If you have a friend that is talking negatively about your life or sharing things that you told them in confidence, you're cutting that shit out. Now, Leo, if that's been you doing that, someone is going to cut you out. Now, if somebody cuts you out, they might, and you have no clue why, it might be because they felt like you were talking negatively about them. And instead of verifying the facts, they went with what they had heard or assumed or thought or what was instinctually told to them, and they cut your ass out. Because, Leo, you are showing up in your own reading. So it could play out either way. You could be partaking in the gossip. I don't know. It's a general reading, right? This could be a cross-watcher watching going, yeah, my Leo's doing that to me. Well, it's like if you cut them off, they don't know why you're cutting them off. So you might want to explain to them, but it looks like regardless, it's not going to change what you know. And that it's that you need to end some cycles. Because what I think is that what's funny is that the gossip that's happening to some of my Leos that you're experiencing, it's funny because I'm getting the energy that somewhere down the line, Leo was participating in this gossip towards somebody else. And what is happening in this new truth is that you are ending this type of behavior, period. You are no longer partaking in low frequency behavior. Because gossip and lies and theft and like that kind of petty shit and egotism, that's all low frequency behavior, folk. Okay? And I see a lot of my Leos saying, fuck that. No, I'm not partaking in no low frequency behavior. I am the Empress or the Emperor. I know better. I move better. People know I am better than that. So I'm not going to let this situation play me out of my position. I'm not going to let the drama that is coming towards me quite quickly play me out of my position. I'm sure as fuck not going to let the little gossipers, okay, play me out of my position, because I think some of my Leos want to act aggressively towards them. And I don't suggest that, because it doesn't change the facts. All it might do is furthermore accelerate the drama. So instead, because I see this Queen of Wands, which I also believe is Leo's energy, looking at the Seven of Wands, which is challenges and standing your ground, and that is right beside this gossip card. So it's like, you know, I'm getting the vibe. It's like, I told you not to talk about me. Like, how many times do I have to tell you not to betray me, fool? And then realizing that, okay, it's probably best I just cut this person out of my life, because I'm getting the sense that a lot of my Leos knew that this person was like this. They come to your house and chat bouts. All their chat bouts are about other people. All they do is chat about other people. And 9 times out of 10, it's mad negative. And then it dawned on you, oh, I just went through something. So the shit that I'm hearing about probably came from this person, because this person does this to everybody. But it hurts you to a certain extent, because this is somebody you trusted in confidence. You know, you might have been going through a really hard time and really depended on a friend, and then that said friend just went out and spread your business all over the fucking town. But no matter how much of a painful truth it is, that truth is a victory. Because as soon as that truth comes, you then take that sort of truth and you start using it. You start speaking with integrity. You start being clear in the way you communicate, your boundaries towards people. And then all of a sudden, your honesty, because the sin for lying, I know the Muslims believe the sin for lying is living in the darkness. Buddha believes the same thing pretty much. The long and short from the research I did is that the punishment for lying is living in darkness. You do not get the clarity, the divine clarity from God. And as soon as Leos decide that they are going to look at everything honestly, but then communicate said so, it's like, boom. Boom, all of a sudden things become super clear and you feel happy about the clarity that you're acquiring. There is a sense of happiness about the clarity that is being acquired right now. You know, and I like that. And then all of a sudden the wheel of fortune starts moving, because clarity brings change. When things become clear to you, there's going to be a lot of change that you can't help, because it's like you can't go back from what you know now. So then change is natural. There's going to be things you have to actively try to change, but then there's going to be change that happens naturally that you're just going to look back on and be like, wow, I've really come a long way, or I changed a lot, or whatever. And know that this sword will strike you multiple times throughout your life, these massive epiphanies that change you. And it looks like a lot of my Leos are going through that time right now. Changing their world because of what they know now, the new truth, the new normal is emerging for Leos. Standing your ground and saying, no, don't lie to me. I see Leos saying to people, don't stop lying to me. I see Leos saying, I know it was you, man. I see Leos saying, listen, I love you, but I can't partake in your low frequency behavior anymore. This could be to anybody. This could be to your own mother with the Empress here. Just saying. All I know, though, is this divine truth that was waiting for you, that you finally let come in, that caused all this change and all this fucking... It was the angel of destiny trying to get you to the position that this angel needed you to be in order to receive what this angel has for you. Because there's contracts. There's contracts you signed. And this angel governs those contracts and are waiting to issue the dates. That sort of truth was telling you it's time. It's time for a lot of things. It's time to be honest. It's time to move efficiently. It's time to move strong. It's time to rise up to the challenges and stand your ground. It's time to truly envision abundance and what that looks like, special, individual to you and your religion. I see a lot of my Leos in thought, and will continue to be in thought for the next couple of weeks, especially as this wheel turns. This wheel, every centimeter, every inch this wheel turns creates massive change, for good or for bad. And what it looks like with the Sun card, it's like, for those of you that have been partaking in the low frequency behavior, you're going from light to dark. You're going from being able to enjoy this low frequency behavior you're participating in and feeling all good about it and being a little shit disturber, a little snake. And then the wheel turns and you experience the same darkness that you bestowed upon the entire world in every interaction. Now, if it hasn't been you, okay, and you've been being strong and you have let the divine truth sit on you and then you acted accordingly, you're going from dark to light. You're going through deception, betrayal, and being robbed and used. And the angel of destiny is bringing you to light. It depends where you fall. You decide. Take an inventory check and you tell me. You tell me what part of this wheel of fortune you think is coming to you. I pray for you. I hope it's the good side, because if it's not, then, I mean, I don't want to be harsh in thought, because there's a lot of parts of this wheel we didn't control. There's a lot of parts of this wheel that are connected to other wheels. So it's like, not all misfortune is due to some bad karmic thing you did. Some things are just these moments in time that were inevitable. And I see the Wheel of Fortune playing on some of my Leos. They're dealing with some inevitable situations, or they have an inevitable situation that is coming to them that's going to require them to choose. Do you choose to move forward in this situation in your light or shadow side? We all have a choice. Doesn't matter how light I choose to be. I have a shadow side, trust and believe. And that's how I'm able to tap into the dark places and people and the pain that they have. It's the darkness in me. It's just that my light always trumps that. My angel inside me is super strong, but the demon inside me is a strong little fucker too. And I see some of my Leos having to decide which way they want to move forward in their life. Is it in your shadow side or is it in your light? Because if it's in your light, you are certified a light worker by trade. Like, that's just, you sign that contract. Every time you make that decision to move into light, you're solidifying that agreement. But some of you will choose to move in the dark. And what I feel, and this is not, I say this with love to you. Those that do choose the darker path and the low frequency behavior and don't want to make the changes, you're going to be left behind. There are going to be people very close to you that leave you behind because they see your darkness and they don't want any parts to do with it. You know that saying, misery loves company? In the next 500 years, nobody's going to know that saying. You know why? Because it's not going to exist anymore. Because misery loves company, but a lot of people don't want to be misery's company anymore. Like, a lot of people, when misery comes to them, they're like, no, I'm fine by myself because I won't be here for long. So you can fuck off. So make the right choice. Make the right choice. Guys, there is a battle, a spiritual battle between lightness and darkness. It is a choice that you need to make. And I see, a lot of Leos making that choice because, and why I say that is because a lot of my Leos see themselves and what life, instinctually know what life looks like. Their angels have painted them pictures in their dreams of what life looks like for them when they pick the light. So a lot of my Leos are like, you're damn right, I'm picking light, because my prime and my angels already showed me what's at the end of that tunnel, already showed me what's at the end of that rainbow, what's in that pot, because it's not always gold, it's whatever you desire. So, you know, this sense of truth and honesty and clarity, but it's not going to come without some pain. But the pain is nothing compared to what you've experienced in the past. So just know that going forward, you know, whatever drama that you are dealing with, it's not this, you've been through worse. I'm getting spirits telling me a lot of the Leos who this resonates for have been through worse than the drama they are about to experience or experiencing now. Because I'm not saying what you're experiencing now doesn't have weight. I'm just saying you might not realize how strong you are and how equipped you are to deal with what's happening, because God only dishes you what you can handle. You must know that. So in knowing that, you need to rise up. Okay, God, okay, you gave me a task because you believe I can do it. Okay, now I need to move like I'm going to do it. And don't assume don't assume failure. Do not be poverty conscious. I don't give a fuck how much money you have. Like, you need to look at yourself as a wealthy, abundant human being. Like, you need to do that. You need to do that. And the way you achieve that is showing gratitude in everything. We're so ungrateful. All we do is consume, 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 and we don't have any gratitude. But if you start taking gratitude in the little things, all of a sudden you have reasons to smile. All of a sudden you have reasons to be happy. All of a sudden the gossip and the drama, it really doesn't mean anything, because it doesn't hold so much weight, because the pros outweigh the cons in your life. But if you're not being grateful, the cons outweigh the pros, and then you start feeling depressed, and then you start feeling angry, you start being somebody that's not approachable and defensive, you know, and then ultimately it puts you in a place of reclusion, like you're alone. And that's not how Leo wants to be. Leo wants to be surrounded by loved ones, period, point blank, and that is your personality. Okay? And it's like, you want your time alone around your family. You want your space while your family's around. That's not to say you won't go on long walks around the Sahara. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, Leo, is that you can enjoy time alone, rest, and introspection around your family. But it's like this defensiveness, it's just going to push people away from you. A lot of you need to have courage in the challenges you're being presented with, and know, like I said, you're not dished anything you cannot handle. So approach your challenges like this Queen of Swords. Like, I can get through this. Why? Because what I know is super powerful and can cut through any bullshit, lies, or deceit. And it's like this person with this energy who's gossiping about you and maybe even stalking and watching you. Trust and believe, like, their energy isn't strong. Their energy isn't strong. Like, look at these wings compared to these. Like, look at the size difference. Like, it's not. So that's why Leos don't overreact. Like, I get it. If you're dealing with deception and trials and tribulations, I get it. You might have to address it. You might have to have some tough conversations, but do not overreact because you're angry, pissed about what it is you found out. Because some of you, what it is that you find out that does make you victorious isn't good news. But you still feel victorious because you're like, aha! Where some of you, this is very victorious and happy news. It's almost like, oh my God, that whole shit needed to crumble and burn in order for, like, the truth to come out. And the truth could very much be surrounding love and family and success. But it's like, wow. And then we have, so after this moment, there's rest and love. It's like somebody comes, this moment that happens here in time was meant to break down the walls, to bring in love. It's like this sense of self-love. Some of you might have lost a lot of your self-love in going through maybe a divorce or maybe a breakup, or, you know, maybe you did a purging of friends, or, you know, you changed a job, or you know, something created a bit of self-doubt, maybe heartbreak, but it caused you to go inside and feel like you needed to heal and reevaluate how you think about things or how you're moving, because you're not liking the feedback, you're not liking the kind of attention you're receiving. And then you have to look inwards. And then when you look inwards, you're like, no, maybe I might have been partaking in that because I didn't love myself enough in a certain area. And then when you address that love, it's like you come out ready to kind of greet a new day. You feel successful in what you know, success in what you've realized. Abundance in understanding. That's what I see for a lot of my Leos. You know, I see a lot of you feeling abundant in not being in the dark. Not being in the dark about shit. Not being somebody who walks through life ignorant or numb, or purposely going around not wanting to know shit because you don't feel equipped to deal with the painful, harsh truths. I see you totally putting that to bed in true Leo fashion. You're roaring up, you're rising up, and you're ready to go. It's like the lion. The lion always rests. Why? Because the lion goes through like extreme ups and downs. The lion will sleep for 16, 18, 20 hours a day. But then the male lions will walk for 6 months straight, pissing all over their territory. Or the females will hunt. They'll sleep all day, but it's only because they have to use extreme power and force off of the bare minimal nutrients and sustenance to hunt. So I see you guys encompassing that energy. You're resting in order for the hunt. You're resting in order. There's a hunt, and the hunt is love. I see a lot of my Leos know that they're worth love. Some of you might have created all this drama only to detach yourself from somebody you know didn't love you the way you love yourself. Some of you might have purposely created drama in order to get out of a relationship. Some of my Leos were gossiping about their own situation because they were trying to get out of it. Some of my Leos were gossiping because they needed the support of people around them in order to address this. Like, there's so many ways I can look at this. Spirit, can we get clarification? Beautiful reading, Leos. You know, the devil twice in your reading, you know, cutting out non-toxic ties. I believe a lot of you are going to be cutting out these people that talk negatively about you. There's somebody, or there's people in your life that you might consider friends, or at the very least keep a little too close to you. These people are talking mad shit about you. And look what we have here again. It's like the truth. And the truth is that there is a new path available ahead of you. Whatever new experience or new beginning that you thought you had, that wasn't the end all be all. Like, there is another path. So if an opportunity was brought to you sometime back, and you were so excited about that, you're at the stage now that you realize there's actually another path. There's another rod and another one. So you're trying to get to the 4. You only got 2. So you're starting to realize there's other options, there's other paths, there's other ways of life. So this truth, this Ace of Wands being your general, like, kind of overall, like, you're looking at things honestly. Leos are not into the lies and the games in February. Yes. See Leos cutting out low frequency behavior. Low frequency people. I see Leo knows that some people, whoa, some Leos, some of you guys know that the kind of success that you want, there's certain people around you that are never going to get it. Never, because the way they look at things. They already think they've achieved. They'll never learn or grow. They're narcissistic. They'll never get that. Those are most likely the people that are chatting about you. You know them and they know you. Spirit, let's please clarify. Can we clarify this near past, current, and near future? Knight of Swords, the Tower, and the Empress. Thank you, Spirit, for this great reading. Too many cards. That's going to lead me down a hole. Spirit's like, how much do you want to know? Not that much, Spirit. We're already at 35 minutes. Yeah, there's levels of how deep we can go through each and every single card. I have many decks. I can end up sitting here for hours, pulling 3 cards per card, 5 cards per card. But Spirit, I ask you to clarify for us this Tower. Whoa. Wow. So some of my Leos are experiencing some drama surrounding an ending that happened in the past couple of months or weeks, maybe even days, who knows. It's an ending. This Tower moment is an ending. It's the death of something. This enlightenment might just be, if it didn't happen, this is knowing that it needs to. It's finally knowing that something is dead. Some of you might come to the realization that you've been living out like a false version of yourself, and you completely reinvent yourself. You go from the Knight of Swords to the Empress. You go from somebody who partakes in drama, who's unstable, who chat too much, and you realize this about yourself, you don't like it, and boom, you step into your own, and now other people are chatting about you. And that's why I said some of you might be experiencing the same low frequency behavior you were dishing out some time ago, before you got into the healthy place that you are in now, or that you're going to. But this Tower moment, that the sudden change, it was an ending. And this is not any kind of ending, because all 10s are ending. This is an ending you'll never get back. You can't go back from this ending. Never. It's dead. Spirit, can I put clarification on this Page of Swords and the 7 of Wands? Ooh, I asked for clarification for the Page of Swords and 7 of Wands, and what did I get? The Queen of Swords. That's exactly what she's looking at. Some of you are absolutely cutting out somebody in your life that chat too much. Somebody chat too much about your business, and they speak negatively about you. Some of you are confronting them with the 7 of Wands. Some of you are going to confront them straight and say, did you say this? Or were you talking about this? And they might deny it, and you're going to cut them off same way. Some of you are absolutely not with the shit. Yeah, this Page of Swords is getting cut off. Somebody gets caught for running their mouth negatively about you. And you deal with that. You deal with that. Spirit, can I please get clarification on this Wheel of Fortune? So yeah, some of you come out. This is beautiful. So after you deal with this metamorphosis, this moment, you know, all this that goes on, that either has happened over the past couple of weeks or months or will be happening, you go into the hermit mode. So you really start self-reflecting, and I think that's where you come to the realization that some of what you've been experiencing, you are partaking in. You start learning about karmic cycles. You feel really empowered about that. You're ready to release and let go, move forward, clean, and then you come out of this introspection to nothing but light. It's like the light was waiting for you the whole time. Like waiting for you to come out of your den and enjoy the 5D. A lot of my Leos are moving from the 3rd dimension to the 5th. And it's very, very, very rarely do you ever go back. Like if you go to the 5th dimension, you're in the 5th dimension. It's extremely painful to convert from one dimension to another dimension alive. Okay, like in human form. But that's why I said people are going to get left behind. You understand? We're in the time of Aquarius since 2012. This is what the Mayans were talking about when they said the end of the world. They were talking the end of Capricorn season 1,500 years of the world in Capricorn season. We came through the darkest of times. Cold, nobody gave a fuck. We're coming out of that, going into Aquarius for next 1,500 years. This is the next 1,500 years is going to be the most enlightening 1,500 years anybody has ever experienced in probably like 20,000 years. More. I think it's like 3. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm not an astrologer, okay, or a planet. Like, I'm not. I just know what I know from what I research. And this is somebody going from the 3rd dimension to the 5th. Now, if you don't know what's at the 5th dimension, then you're probably not going through that right now. Because the people who are going through this know exactly what's happening, which is what's pushing them to keep going forward in a time that might be quite difficult. It's the knowing that you're stepping into a better space. Heaven and hell are right here, folks. They're right here. It's either the 5th dimension, the 4th, or the 3rd. Right now we're communicating in the 3rd dimension. Do you understand? But we fight, our angels fight our demons in the 4th. But we live blissfully in heaven in the 5th. The 5th dimension is how God wants us to live right here on earth. Heaven on earth. Enough people are stepping into that. That's why I'm telling you, people are going to get left behind. People, you'll be shocked who people leave behind. Nearest and dearest, it won't matter. Ascension is for the greater good. Ascension is for the collective. Ascension taps into your soul purpose. Okay? It surpasses this worldly understanding. Sorry, guys, if I'm going off on a little tangent here, but I see that very clearly. You know, this is a intense time for a lot of Leos. I see Leos going through an intense ascension themselves, but coming out really, really clear about, you come out and you're like, wow, I'm in the 3D. Things will just start turning around. And I believe part of that 3D is this relationship. It came out in reverse, and I believe it's because a lot of you don't believe this exists. There's a lot of Leos that don't believe this type of partnership exists. And what I mean by this type of partnership, I mean one that's divinely guided, one that has angels bringing humans together. There's a lot of people that don't believe in that. All they believe in is this, and that's attachments. I attach to this person, and then I take that chain off that person and put it onto somebody else. No. Ultimately, and that's 3rd dimensional relationships. In order to get that 5th dimensional bliss, that real high, you got to believe. And I believe it comes in reverse because you don't believe. But as soon as you come out, I believe you come out of this introspection and this healing with this love for yourself, but your love for your future. Because now, somewhere down the line, you all of a sudden understand that this exists if you didn't before. And if you did know that this exists and this is what you've been waiting for, divine timing. Divine timing. And if you're saying, okay, I'll wait, that's the problem. This wheel might be stuck because your little peg that's in there, that's waiting. That's the problem. It's stopping the wheel from going. You need to stop waiting. Waiting is not healthy. And it's not to say we don't wait for things. But it's, look at it more like you're having faith that things will come. And while you're maintaining your faith, you're going about your business, living your best life. But sitting there waiting for the universe to give you something, it's almost like you don't have faith. It's like, is it there yet? Is it there yet? And then Spirit's like, do you have faith that I'm going to give it to you or not? I don't know why, but I like assume my angels are so aggressive with me, but like I have a great relationship with my angels, okay? And I interpret them the way I do, the way I feel so. All right? Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up your reading. And then at the bottom of your deck, you have the High Priestess. This is instinctually knowing that whatever it is that you're going through is because you are pushing yourself forward in a new direction. Some of you are have blind faith about your own future. and are just moving forward. But I do, and some of you have blind faith that they're the person, like, some of you are going to be addressing somebody about some nasty ass behavior and you're not going to know for a fact it was them. So like, for example, if something happened that was private and you only told 2 people and there's only one person that could have actually said something, and then you go and address them and they say, no, I didn't. You deal with them like they did. You deal with them like they said, yeah. Like, you're not really hearing, you never really, you went to them asking the question, already knew the truth because your intuition already told you. And like, I see the dissolving of a relationship or the foundation built with somebody, whether it's romantic or something. This foundation that was built, this friendship that was built, is coming to an end because it's like, instinctually, I know you're a two-faced little snake. Okay? And you're lucky that I was friends with you for as long as I was, fool. I do see that energy. I do see some really low frequency. These aren't demons. These are duppies. These are daily duppies. Okay, and like low frequency, like low energy jinns. Like, they're not they're not real demons. They're nothing to be afraid of. They're just annoyances that you have to deal with. Spirit, can I please get clarification from the Romance Angel deck? Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I told you this is part of your ascension. Some of you don't believe this exists. And as you move forward to the light, knowledge will bring you the understanding that not only does this exist, God has this in plan for you. And in that understanding, your love life starts to ascend to a new level. You start noticing people find you very attractive. Okay? You might notice that you're excited. You are feeling close without anybody around. Like, the energy will change significantly as you ascend. You know, for those that are in relationships, you might feel yourself loving your partner in a way you didn't really know how. Like, that tower moment could have been some truths discussed with a partner, face-to-face, truths that you might have had conversations in a relationship 5-10 years that you've never had. Address certain things with a partner you had never addressed. It changed everything in the relationship. But it didn't end the relationship. If anything, it brought it to a new level. A new level. So if you've been mistreated in a relationship, or you feel like you're not getting the treatment that you need from a relationship from somebody you really love who doesn't necessarily treat you bad, they just don't give you what you want, please express yourself. Allow people to show up and show out for you. Don't assume that everyone's psychic and knows what the fuck what you want, and then when they don't get it right, you dispose of them. You deserve love. Please understand that. Some of you are going to walk away from relationships, friends, lovers, whatever, out of the simple fact that I am lovable and you make me feel like I'm not. Good for you. And this sun, this Wheel of Fortune and this sun, I'm not going to cry. I asked for clarification for the sun and this Wheel of Fortune, and I got the soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, and that was clarifying this. You don't, half of you don't even understand the love that you're going to experience with this person because you probably ain't never seen it. And I believe that the healing you get is really going to take you to a different level in your ascension. It really will. Now, if you're not there, trust and believe me, if you're not ascending, it doesn't mean you won't meet this twin or this soulmate, but you won't last. And that hurts. Having to separate from somebody you want to be with because it just don't work. And God don't want it. And if God don't want you to do something, you're going to keep pushing, you're going to keep trying, and you're going to fail, and you're going to look at him and you're going to go, what the fuck? He's going to say, like, how else do I need to tell you that that's not the direction you're supposed to go? Road ends here, and you're like digging in the bushes trying to find a roadblock. Bitch, I just told you, like, road ends here. Go another way. And you guys will have to find other ways to reconnect again in healthier places, in a healthier state of mind. But for a lot of you who are in your ascension process and really have taken acts of self-love to yourself, all right, this is the reward. Ascension of your love life, ascension, and that it's not just your love life. This is Ascension to all the relationships around you. You don't even know that your friends, the relationships with your friends, like if you get the right friends and the right partner, relationships can be 20 times more gratifying than you even know. If you get the right ones. But unfortunately, for a lot of my Leos, you haven't had the right ones. So you're jaded, but not for long. Because you've got a soulmate coming in, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. So guys, I'm going to wrap up your reading right at 50 minutes. I talk so much. But I hope you guys enjoy your reading. If you want a personal, don't hesitate to email me at queencuptarot@gmail.com. Otherwise, I love you. Be safe. Let your inner angels live. And I'll see you in March. Hopefully, if I get all the monthlies out, I will start doing the lives. But I won't start doing the lives until I do all the monthlies. So I'll see you soon. Bye.